If you spare me the next few minutes, you will learn interior design so fast it feels like cheating. And I'm about to show you the exact system that took me from clueless beginner to designing spaces people pay thousands for. Now, there's some common mistakes. Here's where most people go wrong. They dive headfirst into design without a clear game plan. They assume they need expensive schooling, innate talent, or years of experience. Or they scroll TikTok, Instagram, or Pinterest for hours thinking they'll find a quick fix and end up buying random decor items. This only leaves them with rooms that feel like a furniture graveyard and it's not a cohesive space. The truth, the pros don't start with paint colors or throw pillows. They start with a system, a mental model to see a room before they start anything. And what is that system? It's flow and function first. So let's start by mapping out the space that you're looking to design. First, think about is where are people going to move in that space? Where's the door? Is the door an in-swing or an outswing? Is it a right-handed door or a left-handed door? That's going to kind of give you an idea how people come into that room. Where are the windows? What is the height of the window? What is the space underneath the window? Is that an area that you can actually use for some furniture or something? And is there enough room to actually walk? Where are you going to be able to place furniture based on your windows and door openings, that type of thing? The first thing you want to do is make sure that you're using the natural light as your compass. You don't want to block any of the windows. Bringing in that natural light is actually going to make it feel brighter, cleaner, and bigger. Don't block any of the windows. Then you want to check the height of the windows and the direction. Is it a north facing or a south facing window? If it's a north facing window, it's going to be cooler and consistent. If it's south facing, then it's actually going to be brighter and it's going to be a little more directional and it's going to change the light a lot in that room throughout the day. Now, what you can do to your benefit is you can filter some of that light if you like with sheer curtains, which I always use. I have some here, or you can use blinds also that give you different percentages of how much light you actually let into the room once you draw the blinds down. I have some here as well. You can see I like to have a lot of light coming into my spaces. Also, you can use gloss finishes, even ceramic tile on the floors, anything that's reflective. You can use acrylic furniture, glass tabletops, and then mirrors. Mirrors are amazing. Not only do they give you depth when you're looking towards the mirror, but they actually reflect light and they will make the room appear bigger and larger. And the other thing that you should really do is actually monitor the movement of the light throughout the day. So not just say in the morning or say after work when you get home and you're checking how does the light look in this room at this time of day. Make sure you actually monitor it throughout the day because it's going to change. And sometimes you might think, okay, I'm going to use this wall and I'm going to put the TV on here, where it doesn't work because you're actually going to get a glare from the light or the sun that's coming in through a window or a patio door and the TV just won't work. So maybe you have to use that space for something else. So the other thing that I really want to make sure is people zone the room by purpose. So if you're setting up a room, is it a lounge? Is it dining? Is it a workspace? Make sure that you've decided what you're going to use that space for. And when you're designing it, don't set it up to be a room that you're not going to use it as that function. So if you're going to be watching TV 90% of the time in that room, set it up as a TV room. Don't set it up as something else. Make sure that it's actually fitting the function for the room. Things aren't randomly not in the right spots and it just makes more sense. So the first item that you need to put in the room is going to be your anchor piece. In the living room, that's going to be your sofa. In the bedroom, your bed. And in the dining room, of course, the dining room set. What you need to do is measure out the space and make sure that that item's going to fit. If you're going out shopping for a sofa and you haven't measured the space, you won't know. You need to measure the sofa. What's the height? What's the length? And what's the depth? Now, how much room do I actually have for, say, the coffee table or side table? If you just place and put tape or put items on the floor so you understand how big the pieces are, you can see if you can walk around. You can see if it flows. Now, do we actually have room for the side table? Do we have room to put lamps? Where are the lamps going to go? Where are the plugins on the wall for the lamps that we want to put in? So you just kind of got to make sure that it all comes together and it's going to flow. So just some things to consider: use painter's tape on the floor, map out your furniture before I set anything in a room is I like to stand in the corner, stand in the doorway. I actually move from corner to corner and in the doorway. Just stare at the room and picture what you see yourself doing in that room. Stand from another corner and see what it's going to look like from that corner. I will spend hours standing in a room just kind of visualizing how I'm going to do it. That's how I do my kitchens too. I design everything by just standing in the space, give yourself some time, and then just like sleep on it, because it's funny how you can come up with different ideas or different designs that'll actually make it feel much better. Now you know the first thing I look for is flow and function. If it's hard to move through, or the light gets blocked, no amount of fancy decor is going to fix it. Once you train your eye to see the flow and function first, everything else becomes easier. Then you can have fun with the colors, furniture, and accessorizing. If this helped you see your space in a whole new way, please like and subscribe for more design tips. And you can also shop my new line of trending affordable home furnishings, which is coming soon. It's almost ready to launch. If you also want help designing your space, book a consultation with me and let's make your space beautiful together.